What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If you didn't know me by now, my name is Jordan. I do have a 24 Chevy Colorado Trailboss. Today's video, we're basically going to be talking about a little bit of a rough idle issue I had that's been going on for quite some time. Shout outs to Chevy. We did get it fixed. It did take 2 tries, but here's my story. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I appreciate you for tuning in as always. So if you follow along the channel, if you follow me on Instagram or anything like that, you do know a few weeks back my truck was in the dealership for a day. I did take it in 2 times in regards to a rough idle. So mine's a 2024. I want to say I just hit 13 or 14,000 miles, so not a ton of miles. We did have the radiator hose leak. We did fix that on our own. Didn't want to take it into the dealer for purposes of waiting on parts or having them keep the truck or something like that along those lines. So we stayed away from that, did the radiator hose leak ourselves. But a few months later, around 12,000 miles, we did run into another issue. So I shared it on my story and things like that. So you guys might have seen it, you might have heard about it. Basically a rough idle. So this rough idle started probably not too much longer after I went and got my peak set up. Maybe a few weeks to a month after that. I thought maybe it was just like a fluke thing going on or it had to do with a diff drop. None of this stuff was the case. What had happened is I took it in the first time. They said that they could feel it, but they couldn't diagnose it. They didn't have anything for me or any feedback. They said, you're just going to have to keep an eye on it, and we'll get to it when something worse comes up. So I let Chevy know. I told them, well, if it's not throwing a code, we don't have anything really to look at. I said, I guess I'll just run it until it breaks or until we get a check engine light, and then I'll bring it back because I need my vehicle. They did have it for about 4 days. They wanted it for more time, and we could not make that happen with work, as I'm sure tons of you guys would be in the same boat. So I want to try to help you guys out with this one. So what was happening was basically I would turn the truck on. It would idle a little bit rough in the startup, just like how these trucks do. You got the oil running through the turbo. You got everything warming up, right? And it would be nice and smooth. So I would go into reverse or drive, and it would be a little bit rough, you know, nothing to worry about. And then as I would drive, like say I reverse out of my driveway or I drive out of my driveway. By the time I get to my first stop sign or my first stoplight, that's when I would notice like a very noticeable vibration, okay? So my RPMs were staying the same. They weren't hopping around or bouncing or anything like that. They were staying nice and consistent. Everything looked good. Temperature-wise, you know, things are warming up. But we would be at a light and this thing would be like, it would be vibrating. So I would see my mirror vibrate a little bit. I would really see it reflections off my hood. So I would kind of just look at my hood, and my hood would be not terrible, but a lot of you guys would notice it too and be like, yeah, something ain't right. So that would happen, and then I would continue to drive, come to the next light, next stop, whatever, and it would be like that. And then I would shift into park, and it would be all smooth again. So anytime it was under a little bit of load, whether it was reverse or drive, these vibrations would come about, and it would vibrate to the point where you would see a little bit in your mirror, you would see it on your hood, you would definitely feel it in the cab, whether you're the driver or the passenger. Obviously, driver feels it a little bit more just because, you know, you're more in control of the vehicle. You got your hand on the steering wheel, your feet, all that good stuff. So we went through that. I let them know about it. We got the truck back. I dealt with it for like maybe another month or two, and it almost seemed to get a little bit worse. So we went on a couple trails and stuff like that. Everything was good. I wasn't worried about the truck breaking down or anything. My brother-in-law took a look at it. He is a mechanic, and he didn't even like look too far. He just went with the symptoms. I had him hop in the driver's seat. He played with a little bit. Next thing you know, he gets flashlight. He looks at the motor mounts, which you can find from the top of the hood. There's a little tag on it with a part number on there, actually, and you could see the motor mounts. So he had me do a couple things, turn the wheel, go to drive, go to reverse, rev the engine, and do all this good stuff. And he recommended for me to take it back and get it checked out for motor mounts. So I took it back to Chevy, didn't mention anything to them at all, and told them that I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So if I could please get some help on it. So luckily enough, they went and they checked it out. And sure enough, they call me and they're like, hey, Jordan, you're going to need some new motor mounts. So they went ahead and ordered them. A couple weeks later, right around Christmas, they came in. So we scheduled it for following a couple weeks later. And we got them in, and I am all good now. So that whole vibration thing that they couldn't find the first time was literally just pointed to motor mounts. I was a little bit concerned of maybe like a vacuum leak or something like that. Luckily, that wasn't the case. I don't know what's worse, motor mounts, vacuum leak. But it was a pretty funny story. Let me tell you guys real quick. So when they did do it and I went to go pick it up, my service advisor, he jokingly said, he's like, man, you should have heard the tech back there. And I was like, well, what happened? He's like, well, we got him in. Everything's good. Your truck is running smooth again. And he says, you owe him lunch. And I'm like, what? Why? So I kind of laughed, you know. He's like, I'm totally kidding, but he's like, with that DV8 bumper on there, it was a pain in the butt. So just a heads up, if you're going to run a DV8 bumper or you have one already and you need motor mounts or you're experiencing something of that level, just keep in mind you might want some smaller hands working with that, and you should be all right. But yeah, guys, literally this video is solely just to hopefully help you guys out or help you guys pinpoint something. So stop signs, vibrations, red lights, vibrations, reverse and drive vibrations. If you go into neutral, the vibrations would go away. If you go into park, they would go away. And when you first start up the vehicle, they're not really there either. So you got to drive it down the street. You start feeling those vibrations at stop signs, stop lights, or even when you're going to park, you know, you have your foot on the brake. Your foot's on the brake, that thing's vibrating. So I hope this can help some of you guys out, help someone, whether it's now, down the road. I just figured I would share that short story with you all and help somebody out. If you guys have questions, leave a comment, hit me up on Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. A lot of you guys reach out on there and I'll get back to you. I do my very best to get back to you guys on Instagram. Sometimes there's a little delay. You guys know how life is. We all work, we're all busy, and we're all trying to have fun. So yeah, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and check me out. I'll have it linked down below. We do little giveaways here and there. It's nothing crazy. AZ_Nitro, he actually just won a set of Diode Dynamics. He got them delivered, and I want to say he's going to be putting them on his truck this weekend. So hopefully we'll get some stuff to share with you guys, show you those sick lights, and maybe we'll be doing something to this truck soon. Got a lot coming up. I'm going to try to post a little more consistently. I do have a move and things going on, so be a little bit tied up, but I'm going to try to get some of these videos out for you guys. Maybe I'll post like every 2 weeks. I could probably handle that. And if you guys want something special, make sure you let me know in the comments. If you guys have questions, hit me up. I appreciate you as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, help your boy out. We just got 800. I can't even believe it at this point, but you guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.